Okay, this is 252 Pop Fiction, where you'll find all the news and reviews in pop culture that's right to type. Today's top story.
Mike Tyson looks in phenomenal shape in less than a week. 54-year-old Tyson will lock horns with a fellow great Roy Jones Jr. in an exhibition fight on November 28th at the Staples Center.
Ooh, doggy.
Wow.
This is going to be a good one.
No, it's not.
You think Mike just going to eat him up?
I think both of those old men are going to pass out before they get to the ropes.
Come on,
But
man.
I don't know. I'm on the verge of whether or not I want to actually watch this or not. I've seen the workout training videos and stuff like that. It looks exciting. He looks great. He had this one picture that's out there right now. It's black and white. He's looking menacing. He's in the old school black trunks.
Yeah, the short one.
He's 54 years old, though.
I know.
I mean,
all right,
we're talking brain damage.
He's in great shape. He's great shape.
I saw a clip from a daytime talk show, and I didn't recognize the boxer. It's a huge white guy, old as hell, obviously punch drunk, and he was still doing bouts. And they're like, if you pay it, we'll do it. Ooh. And they're exploiting him. The poor guy's lost a lot of his mind already.
Well, I mean,
I don't want to see that happen to Mike Tyson.
Well, first of all,
champion.
this is not a prize fight. Yeah. It's an exhibition, which in exhibition stage, they may even be wearing like headgear. Who knows? Maybe.
Hey,
I doubt it.
Apollo Creed died in the ring of an exhibition match.
And Robert, with that being said, our next story.
Solon County to move back to most restrictive. Solon County? Solano? Is that supposed to say Solano?
It's the nickname for Solano.
Since when?
I've never heard that in my life.
Solon County to move back to most restrictive COVID tier.
That's right, because you've never been in jail.
Solano, yeah.
So long if you get busted.
Solano County will revert to the most restrictive purple tier in the state's blueprint for a safer economy plan, meaning further restrictions on businesses and social activities. So we shouldn't even be here doing this yet.
Well, I can tell you this. This is like it's. Basically, is right now is like it's restricting, of course, movie theaters, dining in and restaurants and stuff like that. So now it's starting to revert back. This is like right where we were, right when we came out of
the first lockdown.
Yeah. And I know for me personally, I kind of been I just kind of started loosening up like a month ago, and now they're like, oh no, fire, and I was like, okay, see, this is the reason why I shouldn't have.
Shouldn't have gotten used to loosening up.
Yeah,
not at all.
I mean, I believe we actually are going to do another 6 week.
I thought we were going to wait until the man got in the office.
Yes.
But because our current administration ain't doing shit.
And then they started saying it might be like mid-December or something like that.
Well, I'm just glad I moved into a bigger place.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna be climbing the walls, I need walls to climb on.
I hear that. Yeah. Well.
Also in these troubling times, there have been brand new ways to experience stand-up comedy. Dave Chappelle, for example, has been hosting a series of pop-up comedy shows at the Waring Pavilion in Yellow Springs, Ohio.
Yeah.
And new this week on Netflix, Kevin Hart, which shot his in his living room, is going to be like no other and having zero filter and making zero apologies as he's giving his performance in what it looks like his pajamas.
Yeah, I almost watched it, but I just watched the preview for it.
Yeah.
So
I actually did watch it. It wasn't as in your face, even though it's kind of like he's given zero. He basically was, I would have to say, probably his most tame.
Oh,
even
really?
though he
It's
did say some. All right, I'm gonna say he did say some things where he was like, "Well, maybe I shouldn't have said that one," but whatever, it's out there.
Yeah, what do you do?
What do you do? But yes, I mean, I put it on. What is it, like 90 minutes? I mean, it was worth it. And then in these times, man,
Netflix,
yeah. I mean, yeah.
I gotta tell you, I've been watching Netflix a lot lately. I've been watching the other streaming services. It seems before that's all I would watch, 90% Netflix, but I've strayed away from it. I mean, I'm going to come back and check these guys out.
Right now we have an opportunity to invest because I actually been watching a lot of Amazon programming and stuff too.
Yeah.
And and Disney Plus. So I've been kind of like, but Netflix is still like, it's still my foundation. It's still my base.
Yeah.
You know,
But sometimes they ain't shit on Netflix.
actually, sometimes there's too much stuff on Netflix, so I just like,
I don't want to watch it.
I don't want to watch any of this.
All right. Wonder Woman 1984 will be theatrically released by Warner Brothers on December 25th, while also streaming on HBO Max the same day.
I'm going
Yeah,
to the theater.
no, that's-
I'm looking forward to it.
Well, you're not going to a theater in Solano County. If you do, you're gonna have to drive.
Hey, the freeways aren't closed. I'll drive.
Well, I mean, I feel like this movie definitely needs to be experienced in a movie theater. You do that what you will. I'm probably not gonna go to a theater and see it. I also don't have HBO. Oh wait, yeah, I do. I will be watching this on HBO
Well, there
Max.
you go.
That's what I'm gonna be doing.
Boom.
I might have somebody's username and password that I haven't quite loaded up yet.
Girlfriend from 7 years ago.
I will neither confirm nor deny where these usernames and passwords may or may not be coming for. If so, alleged username and password exists. JB, what about you? You're going to the theater, you say?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah.
think it's interesting that they're
It
doing...
depends how. If
mask on, 6
Sacramento's
feet.
locked down and all the stores are closed,
Well-
then no, I'm not going to the theater.
I feel like...
But I can make a day of it, catch Wonder Woman and do something else while I'm in town.
There you go. Drive through an
I
empty
feel
town.
like the movies this year that have been released
Tumbleweed.
theatrically, I think of all the movies that was going to make their money,
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be Tenet, when Tenet really didn't even do
tanked.
it. Well, it didn't.
Couldn't hear it.
It didn't tank, but,
Yeah, it did.
well, you know what?
There were not
I
a lot of
didn't
people in the theater when I saw it.
Yeah, I didn't go see it.
I went and saw it,
hear
I
it.
loved it, and there was not a lot of people in there.
And then same thing with the New Mutants, the same thing with Unhinged.
You
the same
Newmans
thing-
deserve to bomb.
Well, I'm just saying that regardless,
Still need to watch
a lot of these movies,
No, you don't.
like Terminator Dark Fate last year came out.
That came out?
It did. It did. $200 million budget. It made $250 million. Or it made... Wait. Yeah, it was a $200 million budget. It made $250,000.
Ooh, they couldn't even pay back Arnold.
You know, and
Nah, they...
you got to be careful too with the when you look at how much they pay for the movie, because marketing is so expensive nowadays.
They don't
They'll
even
pay
have it on
almost
there.
as much for marketing as they do for the entire project.
Yeah. Mhm.
So they said, "Oh yeah, okay, we made 200 some million, but we still lost money
Right.
because of the marketing."
Right. That's
Oh, yeah.
why I'm worried about Wonder Woman, because they're not going to make their money back.
They're gonna get some new people to stream.
They'll probably get some people to stream, but I mean,
Not me, man.
anyway.
I'm bootlegging that shit.
This week's review: Mandalorian Season 2, Episodes 1 through 3. Din Djarin is back as he traverses the galaxy with the child. In search of returning the child to his own people, the mysterious sorcerers known as the Jedi.
Why are we acting like we don't know the goddamn Jedi? We know who the motherfucking Jedi are.
Okay, but
Yeah, this
I
is
mean,
like-
in his journey, he don't know the Jedi. That's why, for me, I am having the absolute most fun watching The Mandalorian
Oh,
right
it's
now.
great.
Don't eat the eggs.
No, oh, God. Oh, did you guys hear about the
Yes.
cancel culture on Baby Yoda?
I hope that was just some
Baby
satire.
Yoda trying to commit mass genocide and an extinction level event. He likes the frog eggs.
I'm saying, come on.
He was looking so evil. Da, 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 da. And he told him, hey, behave. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I remember Big Tom was saying, hey, man, if these are the last eggs in existence, why is she not counting how many eggs she has?
I'm saying, well, she had plenty of them.
Yeah, but she came up short about half a dozen.
You know what
Easily.
scene I wanted to see?
What's that?
I wanted to see her husband inseminate the eggs. Why didn't they show that?
Because it's
Fish alien masturbation is not high on ratings.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Nobody wants to see that. But I will tell you this. There's some of those amazing things. Ralphie and I had a talk before the show about, they were saying like episode 2 was a
Filler.
filler episode. And I was like, oh totally against that. Episode 2 was not
good.
a filler
it was
episode.
great.
It was definitely connected to 2 episodes from season 1. They were tying things together. I think Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau are doing an amazing, fabulous job. I think it's one of the most enticing things. As a matter of fact, we were also talking about The Mandalorian is the most viewed program on Disney Plus right now by leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
Over everything they have.
5 times as many people are watching The Mandalorian than anything else on.
And also, I think one of the things me and John was talking about, because we were really into the Star Wars expanded universe,
Right?
Read the books and things like that.
I did,
and they are slowly bringing back. They are making things that were in the extended universe canon, like the Killicks that were in that episode. They were like, "Oh wow, the Killicks." Like, they didn't show that. Like, we're not that far away from, I mean, obviously they can't do, like, Jason and Jaina Solo, but they can bring in Jason Sandula, for example.
Well, this is, time period set, because they said, they're talking about the second Death Star being destroyed.
Yeah, they definitely had one episode where they let you know exactly.
You definitely had a drought of time when the Jedi just disappeared, so I could see why he's having so much trouble finding him. Mm-hmm. But I've got no complaints.
Zero.
Not a single complaint on any episode.
As long as they don't pull that Star Trek shit where they have 2 universes or they do some time travel. I do love
Marvel
time travel.
DC shit.
Don't get me wrong. I love time travel in movies, but I don't like time travel in my Star Wars.
You don't want an alternate universe where they live outside of... Because they're going to do things... Because the only thing that the show is hamstringed by is the sequel trilogy. Yes. Everything they do, they can't go above and beyond what happened in The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
But they do have, like, 20 years to play with.
It'll be fun.
A lot of things could have happened...
Yeah.
Those first couple of years.
Yeah, like the first couple weeks of...
Yeah, because like I said, what was it, episode 1, they let you know. Like, even if season 1, you were kind of still confused on the timeline, they were like, okay, this happened right after the second Death Star blew up.
Video footage.
And they showed the video footage of people cheering, just kind of like when Biden won and Trump lost, they were cheering all across. I'm sorry.
To be determined, apparently.
All right. Woo. This week, JB remembers Boba Fett. We've all heard of him. We know who he is, but I have uncovered many fun facts about his origin and things people didn't know about him.
He's gay.
No.
Damn.
An actor was credited as playing Boba Fett, but there was no actor playing Boba Fett. They're not even sure whose actor's name got on there other than for the credits. If you fit in the costume, and you were an extra, you were Boba Fett for the day. Mm-hmm. Boba Fett did not first appear in the Star Wars Holiday Special, as a lot of people think. Mm-hmm. So his costume was designed by Ralph McQuarrie. He did a drawing of it. Mm-hmm. They liked the drawing. They made a costume. And this was in 1976. They used to hold outside of Lucas Ranch kind of a farmer's day, and they'd have a parade. And outside of Lucas Ranch, they put a guy in a Darth Vader costume.
Wait,
and 76? A Boba Fett 76.
So this was before
Star Wars
even came out.
There was a guy in a Boba Fett costume waving to the crowd. Nobody knew who either of the characters were, but they thought they'd do it just for fun. There were 2 mock-up costumes made, one for Vader, one for Boba Fett, and they had pictures of it.
The picture exists.
They had pictures of the 2.
Yeah.
I think I saw that. It was like a news. Black and white newspaper.
Yeah.
I do remember seeing that. Damn.
So that is the origin of Boba Fett. And yes, he was in the Christmas, the holiday special.
Right.
Where he was in the animated portion of it. Where,
Happy Life Day.
Hey, friend. Yeah. And you knew he was going to betray him just by the way he was saying friend all the time. But it was a good cartoon. And that is some fun facts about Boba Fett.
The only good part of the holiday special.
That was things that you didn't know.
Things that you didn't know.
Things that you didn't know. All right.
About Boba Fett.
Thanks for remembering that,
I didn't
JB.
know that.
well, I remembered.
This week, Ralphie D recommends eXistenZ.
Yeah.
Video game designer Allegra Geller, played by the excellent Jennifer Jason Leigh, has created a virtual reality game called eXistenZ. Small letters, capital XZ. After a crazed fan attempts to kill her, Allegra goes on the run with Ted, played by Jude Law, a young businessman who falls into the role of bodyguard. In an attempt to save her game, Allegra implants into Ted's body the video game pod that carries a damaged copy of eXistenZ. Allegra and Ted engage in a series of experiences that blur the lines between fantasy and reality. Yeah, this is a good mind
What year did this come out?
98.
This was
98?
Yeah. Or no, 99. It was
this
pre-Matrixy movie.
It was just
It is.
weird and bad.
Well, no. I mean, it's got that body horror that Cronenberg fans like myself love.
You had to twist my arm a bit to recast this one.
I know.
But I was not enthused.
It's a movie. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
And you got to watch. All right. Come on, Ada. Hey. Everybody, please comment. Let JB know he is wrong.
You're wrong.
This movie is awesome.
Wrong.
I'm Rocky D, and that's news to me.
I'm Kawada Kurt. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
He likes Dark City. We like to
love
hear
Dark City.
what you think. Leave us a comment down below and leave your letter. Leave us a comment down below and let your opinion be heard.
And if somehow, some way, you like this video, you can check out more bullshit just like this and get into character in 252.
And I'm JB. No way I'm reading that out loud. Support your local comic book stores. If you don't buy them, they're going to go out of business, damn it. And this is 252 Pop Fiction, where you hear it first.
Why wouldn't you say the line? Say the line.
That blessed are the wicked that are healed by the hand or by my hand.
What? What is he? What's it?
Adonis, pull yourself together.